So, this is the best good bad news you're ever going to hear. So, I did some searching, and again, you're going to see, you're going to have to. I don't want to give away all the secrets, but for ones who know, already see it right off the bat. But we'll just explain what's in front of us at first. So, if you want cheap, big power, and if you are a first time driver, 650 horsepower is way more than enough for the street. Or, well, not more than enough, but it's at that perfect zone that I think everybody could probably agree on. Probably not the best for very novice drivers, but you could work your way up to it. So as you can see right off the bat, I couldn't clip all of the, I guess, advertisement or whatever. You can see that this is a Facebook Marketplace post, but I couldn't fit all the description. But I did message this guy, and he said everything that you see, if you can pull it, you can have it for $250. And that, I didn't even negotiate with him, so you could probably get that for 200 bucks. So boom, an inline six with the wiring harness complete, everything. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's got a fucking stupid fan on it. Well, you could probably find a cheap electric fan, but we'll exclude that. And then boom, look at that, a 5-speed manual transmission out of a Chevy Colorado for $150. So what is that? $250 for the motor, $150 for the transmission. So we are in $400. Okay, I've seen freaking long block 5.3s for $400. Like, you can't, like, tell me you can't beat this price. What? This is crazy. You can build an American Super right here. This is what we're talking about here, fellas. This is what we're doing. And then the good stuff. So let's say if you got your turbo, you got your freaking engine and your transmission, that 139, this would be an appropriate size turbo so you don't get too much lag, because just like the 2JZ, this engine does go and once you get about 4,000, 5,000, that's when it goes, and that's when it lights off and just blows everything. Like, I don't mean like the engine block, but that's just when, like a 2JZ, it just bogs, then all of the power. But, a little will help that spool up quick. But this probably should, give you all the awesome 2JZ sounds and everything that you like. So let's say, this is for Bruce Leroy here. I'm just going to, you give it out there for the world to build Bruce Leroy before me, okay? So I'm going to be super jealous. But one thing I'm not going to account for is like the plumbing and everything. But, let's just continue to talk. So like I mentioned in the previous video, aluminum block, you're already saving weight. I mean, you can see, oh wait, I gotta move myself, but you can see that it's got the variable valve timing gears in it. So in case if you do decide to tune this, I mean, the sky is the limit. I mean, literally, you could take the springs. I don't know how much 2JZ springs go for, but I'd imagine they probably go for like anywhere from, you could probably find a good set from like anywhere from 80 to 150 bucks, 200, somewhere in there. But let's face it, fellas, $650, like, let's just do a grand scheme of things. So like I mentioned, the engine, $250. We found a transmission, $400. Let's add $200 for the turbo, and then let's add another $300 for an adapter plate, which you will need if you're wanting to do a manual swap with this. So we'll do 300. Actually, let's do it on the high end for, just in case purposes. So 400 for an adapter plate, because they are, fairly new to the market. I'm gonna cut this real quick and do some quick math. Okay, so we're back here, and I did some quick math. So for $1,000, you're telling me we can have 650 horsepower, and that's not including your own personal labor, and that's not including like the plumbing for the turbo, but just regularly speaking, for the parts that, just as is what we're trying to comprehend here, okay? So for $1,000, you can have 650 horsepower. Tell me you can do that with, you know, a 2JZ. Tell me you can do that, because I guarantee you can't do 600. Maybe, I don't know. I'm stupid, but I would imagine 2JZ shit is pretty pricey. I mean, like I mentioned in the previous video, the block's already aluminum, so you're saving weight. Forged crank, forged rods. I mean, I would imagine probably, and then the cam, it doesn't like to rev out, but Schneider, or it's either Schneider or Snyder, I don't know, whatever it is, but they make, you can send them your stock cams and they'll regrind them so this engine can, like, its normal red line is like, I think like 6,200 RPM or something, but you can send them your cam and tell them you want like a higher revving cam profile, and they'll regrind your stock OEM cams to a more aggressive, or whatever they do, a higher profile cam profile. And they raise that, it essentially raises your rev limiter to about like 7,200 or something like that. So 1,000, let's just add another, I don't know, 400 for a regrind or something. I don't know how much they go for, but I would probably imagine 400 or 500 for a regrind. So all in all, $500 or $1,500. And then if you get that regrind and whatever, higher revving, inline six. So like, imagine most people love that 2JZ sound, right? Well, imagine that, but deeper. All this is, like I mentioned, a redneck 2JZ. Because look at Americans. Oh, bigger is better. That's what this is. This is a big block 2JZ. Tell me that don't get more American bald eagle power bullshit than that. I mean, fuck, people. For $1,500, that's basically people's starting budget for a 6-liter LS from Marketplace. I see them for like $1,200 for a 6-liter LS complete, and they haven't even began to put power at it yet. That's just stock BS from a truck. I know I'm kind of mixing around, throwing V8 stuff in relation with the i6 or whatever, but do these numbers compare to a 2JZ when it comes power to dollar ratio? Fuck no, dude. I would definitely go, like, this is not even I'm going. I will be doing this. I will, like, I'm tired of people just dogging on this LL8, saying there's just not enough aftermarket. Well, for the lack thereof, there is aftermarket. The OEM stuff is very, very impressive, and you can't deny that. Look up Nivlac 57. It's Calvin backwards, but NIVLAC 57. Go to YouTube and look that up. He literally takes this junkyard motor, slaps a turbo on it with no tune, no nothing, just straight Amazon turbo that I just showed you, 650 horsepower, and that's with nothing done to it. Nothing. That's very impressive. So go out there and go build yourself Bruce Leroy if you want. If you want to steal my idea, I give you permission. So, or just a badass inline six. Like, that would be sweet to see this power combination even in a Fox body. That would blow people's minds as well. So take care. Run with this idea. I hope you have a great, successful power ride.